I'm all ears.
All ears. Oh my God, this is great.
I
Okay.
can't hear you. What's going on? Your mic?
My microphone is not. Wait, no.
Something is different.
Oh, blah blah blah. Okay, so I see your screen. And so yeah, you have my office. Awesome. You made an American Access. Is that what you're gonna use for your students, or are you just gonna use a simple? So let's begin by saying, hi, I'm Bob. Welcome. Can you introduce yourself? And where do you teach? And why are you here?
My name is Meryem, and I teach at TED Sakarya College, and I am here for learning.
Learning, yes. All right. So today we're talking about Gather.town. I don't know how to describe it. I call it a proximity-based communication tool, which is, kind of like a synchronous thing like Zoom, but it has this kind of game-like / more personal aspect. And the proximity thing is that you can walk. So let's start. And you're making a class, right? You're going to be using this for a classroom of high school students?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And what's the goal? What is the purpose of this assignment or your
I want to send them to these like visual meeting space.
Okay.
And make it more fun. Like
okay. And they're going to be doing like group work?
Yeah, exactly. I would like to send them into like these there like these spaces like for like dining room rooms for split them into groups and they will be like discussing doing assignments.
Okay. Actually, okay, so why don't we hold on? I'm going to share my screen, actually. Let's go to... And I'm going to share you the link. No, you don't have to unshare. I can just take over.
Should I stop sharing my screen?
Nah.
You can do that?
It's magic. All right, so I'm going to open up this Gather. Whoops. Losing myself. Gather. Where are you? Oh, you're right here. You've always been here. Okay. And I'm going to share this link with you in Gather.town. We'll just do it for a day. I'm going to send it. Where should I send it? In the chat box, of course. Okay.
Zoom, like.
I think it is it.
No, you're sharing this screen. Gather.
You are talking, because I talk.
Can you hear me?
Okay, hold on. It's me. Hi. It's the problem. It's me.
The microphone.
Okay. Oh my God! I'm so sorry. It's me. Hi. It's the problem. It's me. It was one of my computer settings. It's a really difficult job trying to do all of this from my point. Like, I have to turn this on. I have to turn this on. I have to press this button. Okay. So now we're here. Great. So now you're on Gather. Okay. So Gather, we're here today to talk about Gather. It's a proximity-based communication tool. So if you walk away from somebody, they start fading and then they disappear. But when somebody gets close to you, then boom. And then there's a lot of, we can look at these instructions over here. So when you get in, you can actually double click on your mouse to move, which is kind of cool. So if you don't have a keyboard for some reason, and I got to figure out if this works on the smartphone. I feel like on the smartphone you can double click. If you want to dance, you press Z.
I want to dance too.
Everyone should dance. You should always dance and then if you press F, you shoot confetti. And then I don't know what G means. What does that mean? I don't know. But you can interact with things. So here's our Miro board. And so basically for this teacher training thing I'm trying to create, the first thing they have to learn about is Miro and how to use Miro. And so I included all those videos, how to sign up, the Miro training that I did. And so that way teachers, when they first get in, they can kind of see this. Right. And then the next thing, if you follow me, if you X out of that and go to the Loom.
I want to get further.
Yeah. And anytime you need to follow somebody, if you right click on them, you can like follow, request to lead, things like that. That's always awesome. And then this is another Miro board that I made to talk about Loom, how to sign up for it. And then I think you watched this video already, right,
Yes, I
Meryem?
did.
Yeah.
It was
And
mine.
and then the reason why I think screencasts are so important, screen recordings. There's this cult of pedagogy link. Let's go see what that's about. But basically, they describe that using screencast and not making it perfect, recording it kind of in a very personal way, allows like your students to connect with you as a teacher, and you don't have to keep repeating yourself, especially on online classes. I think even in face-to-face, just being able to send students instructions using a video that you create quickly using Loom. But yeah, X lets you interact with computers, and
It's gonna reduce TT language, the teacher language.
in the classroom, yeah.
It's gonna be recorded.
And I think the thing is, especially with homework, students can keep watching it, and you're giving them exposure to language because they're listening to you, hopefully in English. Loom is also cool. It now includes subtitles for the educator account. So it does the closed captioning for you, which is, that's a new feature, which I found really awesome. Yeah, and then the cool thing about Loom for me is it automatically records it to the cloud. And even when you're recording it, if your internet's a little slow, it'll catch up and it'll eventually upload everything. And then, you can share this forever. I also love, why don't we go to this Loom link? Hold on.
So you have different trainings. I like it, like Miro training, Loom training. Like,
well, yeah, so I'm trying to show people basically how they can incorporate all of these things. And here's Loom. Let's see. Let's see something with comments. So when students make comments, you can see, so here's this Loom training. I upgraded my internet. Hopefully it's fast. The cool thing I like about when students watch this, and now it's going to play the audio. Come on. Oh. Yeah. Hello, everyone. This is... Ooh, so loud. I really like these little comments that people can make. Like, anytime they see something that they... Like little... More homework, teacher. All right. Little emojis pop up, so it kind of brings students' attention to like parts of videos so they can kind of scroll quickly. You can have comments. This one doesn't have transcripts because I didn't do it. And you can also include cool things like this link that I put, kind of like a YouTube video. You can click on this link and then magically go to this thing within the video, kind of like those YouTube, I don't know, banners that they have, right?
or like put in links in the video.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a way, I think I show how to do it maybe, but there's like different ways of doing that. I'm going to stop sharing now because we're out of that. We're back to looking at Miro, looking at Zoom on Miro. All right, follow me. Let's go to a little private booth if we want to talk. So any of these like couch areas, you can't walk through the table. Sorry. You can't walk through the table. And I can make this bigger. So this is a private area and only people in this little area can like communicate with each other. Nobody else can hear, even if they're like standing right next to you. It's considered a private area. So if I walk out, you'll disappear. And I can't hear her and she's talking. Maybe she's talking with the group.
Yeah.
But yeah, immediately when I come back in, then there you are. And yeah, you can have a group discussion in here. You can kind of have private areas. Let's go to that little sofa on the right, because this one's cool. So this is just for two people. So I always like to include little spaces that students, if they want to kind of discuss with each other, they can kind of run off. You obviously, as a teacher, you might want a little more control, but I like to give students the options of even just kind of having a break. and maybe asking a personal question or something, or you can even use this as a conference room. Hey, student, come with me. I'm taking you to the box.
We need to talk.
Yeah, we need to have a conversation. Excuse me. So yeah, you could use something like that. And yeah, so this is the lobby, and from the lobby, there's like different rooms we can go to. I haven't labeled them all, but let's go into the poster room, because to the right. So this is our poster room,
Ooh.
and this is a private area. Come back. Oh, sorry. So
I can easily get lost, I know.
I know. So, just like at a conference, we can set up these like poster rooms. And it has the same effect as that little computer, but it's kind of showing that this is a poster room. So if we press X, this is actually yours, Meryem. So thank you for
Oh.
being my guinea pig. This
My
is,
pleasure.
yeah. So yeah.
I have a question. Today I worked like further on the same board. So did you get updated?
Oh, so I'm not. So I can actually hold on. Let me share.
Thank you. Let me see the key.
Can you share it and share me the link, because this is my stupid thing that I made. Remember, I copied yours. So this is not your version. So why don't you share?
Stolen version.
This is Bob's stolen version of your
Okay.
board, because I didn't want to destroy it.
No, you can keep it.
But so yeah, in this kind of teacher training, or even if you plan like a group activity, you have 4 students per group, they can stand around a poster board, and they see the same thing on their screens if they press X and interact. But now they have this ability to communicate, right? So,
You just exposed it on a board.
huh?
You just exposed the thing, this assignment on a board.
Right. But the cool thing is what's happening between the students or the participants. They're, just like a poster session at like TESOL International, you're standing there and then you start asking the person next to you, what do you think about this? And, you start this little discussion. So I imagine for a teacher support network or teacher whatever network, community of practice, that magically some 2 people would come from all over the country, stand next to each other and be like, this is a good idea, or, oh, this is challenging, maybe. Can you share with me? Oh, you did. Sorry.
Yeah, I did. So just check.
Okay. So I am going to share my screen. So that...
I want to see how you do that. Can you screen? I'm very curious.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen.
How to like add assignments into Gather.
Oh, okay. So I'm not going to do that yet. I'm just going to look at your climate change thing. So here we are together. And Meryem's right there. She's flying around. So I guess, yeah, go into your Miro. I guess you won't be able to see me, but that's fine. So you made this. Can you explain what you did on Miro?
So this is my lesson for an enhancement activity, and it's mapping, brainstorming, whiteboard. It's going to be like a map for me to start. So can you see here, as you see, how are you today? And there's a Padlet, they're gonna contribute with their like moods.
Oh, cool.
Next, what is the lesson about? There is a link and there's a video and pictures. They're gonna guess what is the context. It is climate change.
Okay.
And then
hold on. Wait. Let me click on the Google Drive.
Yeah, please.
Let me see if it works. Because, okay, you need to...
I love it. Yeah, incorporating all these like links, Google Drive, Padlets all together into Miro. It's
right.
Just...
Okay, you need to do one thing though. I'm gonna press request access. So one of the things with Google Drive is by default, it keeps it restricted. So you want to make sure you're allowing students to view or edit. View probably is the best way. So if you press the share button,
share.
Make sure that whenever you share a link that you choose not restricted for general access or whatever that button is. Just make sure it's anyone with the link.
It says restricted and shoot anyone with the link.
Yeah. So that's a common issue. I don't know why Google always defaults to restricted, even though you press the share button. You know, they should assume, and then copy that link, and then in your Miro,
Change.
go ahead and delete it. I mean, I think one of the cool things about this, if you do it, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So that Padlet thing, it says positive mindset. You can just press paste, and it'll just put it anywhere. So Control V. There you go. Oh, you don't need that. No. So don't do that.
Don't?
Yeah, just press Control V.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say authorize Google Drive to Miro to open up again.
Oh, wait. Let me.
To Google Drive. Good. I think they're asking. Though I'm giving
Yeah.
upload.
So there you go. So that's what I like to see is that little extra bit of information.
Yeah, all coming together.
Right.
So do you want to try and click it now?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm working on 2 devices as well.
Awesome.
Never done it before. It's just crazy.
I'm going to help you there. There we go. Lines. Okay. So I'm going to click the link.
Please.
If I could. Oh God. Go away. Okay. Not yet. I have all these buttons. All right. So yeah, I see a video. There's a lady with fire. It says in shot. And you shared a video. Awesome. So yeah, the students will watch this video, right?
So they're going to have hints to get that we are talking about. They're going to guess the theme is climate.
Nice. Let's see.
Actually, this idea, I got inspired from your presentation. Remember?
With the pictures?
Remember how you started your presentation? Like
Yeah.
even pictures. So this is like a kind of brainstorming and eliciting, just using pictures.
Right. And it helps students generate language. That's, I think, the more important thing is not to have them listen and then repeat what you're saying. That's a different thing.
To the teacher, I think sometimes I can easily lose their attention and their focus, but they would love to watch.
Right. And I think when you have an image like this, which is very evocative, very powerful, I'm looking at a lady, with a headscarf on and she's hitting fire,
It is in Turkey, okay. This picture is from the south of Turkey. I don't know if you've seen these scenes last summer in Bodrum. So it's gotta be catchy. This is from their own.
Right. And and then the powerful thing about it is all, the idea of relevance, it's in Turkey. And also what you're doing with this image is you're evoking, background information, all of that great stuff. Okay.
Wanna go next?
Yeah.
Okay, next is there will be
I'm following you.
One
of the cool things about Miro is if I press your icon, it'll follow you automatically.
Yes. There's just a little bit map, white at the bottom to the right. I need to start using it.
Well, the other thing here is that, if you click on an icon, one of the people, like my face, you'll follow me. And so, you don't have to, try to keep up with me. Yeah. So right now, if you move around the entire map and you press that map button and you go anywhere, I automatically will follow you. So your students can do that too. You just tell them, hey, follow me.
So they just click on my name and they follow me, right?
Yeah. And then the other thing you can do is I think you can force everybody to follow you.
How can you do that? I like forcing people.
Yeah.
I am bossy. I'm a bossy teacher.
I don't think I can because it's your thing.
Okay.
I'll figure that out. Okay. Yeah, so keep going.
Okay, so next, just going with the flow, more brainstorming. What do they know about? And then there is a QR code with you see the arrow is leading you to Mentimeter brainstorming. Do you have access? Can you click?
So, okay, here's something you can do that's really cool. Is right now you have what? You have, I'm going to pull out my phone and I'm going to
Yeah.
pull up the QR
Oh.
code. Okay.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay. Can you move your icon so it's, oh, wait, no, it worked. No. Well, let me show you one thing. So I'm going to copy your link. Okay. And then if you watch the screen that I'm sharing on this thing right here, I know you paused, you did that. You can do a link to, and the shortcut for me is like Command K. But what you could do as well is if the students are flying in here, you could do both. So if they're on their phones, great. They can use the QR code. But if they click on this link, they can actually press that little icon and it opens. And
I can provide both.
you can provide both. You can always provide both.
Alternative. But just a question, did you mess up with my QR code? Did you add a link?
I did. I just messed with it. So yeah, I was showing you right now, if you click on more and you go to edit link or add link, it should say add link. Right click on it. The other command is, I think, Control K on a Windows computer. For me, it's Command K, and it'll give me this thing. So I just copied that in for you. So I always like to have both options, especially when I'm using PowerPoint. I'll make a link in my QR code. So as a teacher, I can quickly go to it without having to pull out my phone, right? And so, yeah, and let me go back and make sure that's locked for you.
I think I lost some of
And
my
this
boards today, but not all of them. But I'm trying to follow.
I unlocked. Yeah, and so you can do the same thing with this. I'm unlocking it for you. I'm going to QR code it on my phone. Yeah, I just always think about, like in my PowerPoints, when I'm making PowerPoints, I always include my links at the bottom of, the comment box in PowerPoint. And so that way, you as a teacher always have access to the links. I don't, because I've taught before where I'm like, where's the link? And I have to find it, blah, blah, blah. So I just added that. So you can let your students know that little icon will open up the Mentimeter thing. So is it the same?
I'm trying to do the same procedure, the same steps that you've been just done now. So you just double click and there's a long list and it says copy link, edit link.
Yeah, edit link.
Which one?
It would say, yeah, the shortcut is Control K. So click on like the icon and then press Control K. Boom, it'll open. I'm not going to point it out, but there is one spelling error. It's fine. Okay. So here's the thing about Mentimeter. It won't change until you move the presentation in your Menti, right? So right now the question is like, how is climate change affecting your country? The second one won't be different. It'll only be different when you move your Mentimeter. And you spelled country wrong. Sorry. Okay, no worries.
This is
I'll
not the
edit it
final
out.
draft, remember?
I know.
So
Just have to point out the obvious.
very nice.
So
Thank you for
So you don't have to have two links because Mentimeter, the free version, only lets you have 2 slides. And what it does is like when you change that slide on your presentation on Mentimeter, it'll change the question for the students. And it'll actually pop up on their same browser. It'll say, do you want to go to the next question? And the students can press like yes.
Just one QR code.
Yeah. But as a teacher, that's been teaching online and in person, I find that making 2 Mentimeters is best and having 2 links, because that whole switching back and forth, I've had so many issues with it where the students actually answer on the second question by accident, and I'm just like, I didn't do that. I have so many windows open and I don't know which window is open that has the presentation slide. So if you're doing something and you're really planning it out, I would actually use 2 Mentimeters. Mentimeter's cool because it lets you have unlimited mentees. It just doesn't give you, it only gives you 2 slides per Mentimeter thing. So just so you don't have that issue. I had an issue the other time when the first Mentimeter was about emotions, and then the second one was about my, my presentation, my life story thing. And for some reason, the students were writing on one and the other, and I just, it kind of ruined the experience, in my opinion. But yeah, so there you go. You can add links. You can always add links. And you have a comment. What's this? Pre-listening questions.
Yeah, thank
Awesome.
you for asking. Actually, these are just like for teachers,
Mm-hmm.
pre-listening questions before the listening. These are comments
Good.
for lesson. So I would be deleting them before presenting.
Okay. And you
So
can
we are,
and you can always rename the frames as well. So this could be pre-listening, which is good.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
This is
I just don't like
cool.
that it says frame every time. You can actually just delete it so there's nothing, so it doesn't show up.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't need to add this.
I mean, if it's a work in progress, then yeah, I wouldn't include it, And maybe students, I mean, one of the cool things about if you want to hide information from your students is you can use the comments so that you tell them, click on that little comment box and then look, and then,
The answer, yeah.
and I mean, you can even add the question here, right? So you can change it from pre-listening. You can add the questions there, and then you can actually have the students reply. So, you can have them pre-listening questions, read these questions, answer in the box. So I can say, have you ever heard of it? No, I haven't. What's climate change?
Nice. So we can use it as instructions.
Answers, yeah. And especially if you don't want the students to edit anything, you can have them, when you share, you can click on just, you can manage this. Oh, whoops. You can have them comment. Anyone can comment or edit or whatever. Did you get the pro version? The education version yet?
Yes, I did, but still don't have the icon, the eye icon.
Okay.
Still, I'm not that.
It still says free, so you might have to switch. I think you're in your old account though. You know what I mean?
No, I signed out.
I know, but you signed up using your .edu, is that right?
Yes.
Different email.
I'm using with the same email, but I just added the information it's not personal. I said I made it clear that I work for this
Okay. Oh, it hasn't been done yet, so it takes a few days.
Okay, I'll be happy.
You'll get it. And you might have to just make a new board as well, just copy everything. Who knows? Okay, so you got pre-listening questions next. And you have a video that you implanted. Awesome.
Yeah.
And the link that you had on Google Drive, the easier thing might be to just upload it on your own YouTube channel. And then you have this option of playing it live directly like this,
I don't have to upload the video, just share a link.
Well, if you on your Google Drive, you had that video with the lady. The better option, if you can figure it out, is you upload a video onto YouTube, and then you copy that YouTube link so that the students can watch it just as easy as this,
Would it be a huge, maybe for the capacity, sharing the whole video on this board, on Miro board?
No, so the thing about YouTube that's amazing is that it scales it, right? So if the internet is slow, it'll actually make it slow.
Okay.
The thing about Google Drive is, no, Google Drive does that too. I just like how seamless this works, when you see a YouTube video and then you see the play button and the students press it and it's not a link, I just love that aspect of this. All right, so you have some comments, answer the difference between, okay, so
The comments are the answers here.
this is for you. Answer 2, okay. Yeah.
You can click.
I did, yeah. So you're giving you that's just for yourself, right?
Yeah, for later. These are, yes. And I'm very happy using ChatGPT. Of course, you've heard of it.
Do you
Let's say
have
what
a pro account? Because I can't go on it anymore.
No, I don't.
Oh,
Free.
they won't let me use it because it's like,
No.
yeah.
I do. I use it every day. My everyday life now is ChatGPT. It's making it so easy. So enjoying it.
I can't get on. Dang
You
it.
no, it's still for free. How long you been using it?
Not that
Maybe-
long. I think something happened and they said, there's ChatGPT is at a capacity right now. Get notified when we're back. That's what I had.
I'll be very disappointed if they take it away from me. Because
They
it's
might.
making-
Well, they
Oh my
might make you pay for it, you know?
Yeah, this is like the joke of technology. They just like release it for free and they're just like, okay, it's time to pay.
Time to pay. All right. We're back.
And free listening. And then there is this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like the purpose of this to expose students to the language, vocabulary. So in the chat box, in that comment yellow box, there is like maybe 10, 20, I'm not sure. I need to select my vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
So students we will play, you remember the game, students holding like this vocabulary, each student one word, and they will be listening again, exposed again to the listening. Whenever they listen to the word, they need to stand up.
Oh, okay.
That's catchy, remember? From
Yeah,
the
yeah,
previous-
yeah. That was Jason Smith's.
Yeah, it was very. You know what I'm doing? I'm incorporating all my favorite
There you
tricks
go.
into this. Yeah, it's
Well,
so nice.
I mean, and yeah, and you're experimenting with these things and if they work or not, you know, and that's, yeah, it's great.
Put it all into Miro.
Some good old teacher training. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
So, vocabulary, blah, blah, blah.
Project. Now, since we're not, it's not an online class. The next step, check their knowledge. They're kind of storming, still eliciting.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get out of the screen now. So they will be having these printed out words. So
Okay.
I want to stand up, get out of the screen because they're in class. So
Right.
I want to move their bodies to stand up and walk around. So there will be definitions on the walls, and they will be trying to teach these
Nice.
words that they
Okay. And
still.
I guess, you know, if you don't want to turn off your screen, then maybe you could have some of those words here so it could still,
Yes,
you know,
like visualize it. Yeah, to
Right.
visualize, to be exposed. Yeah, I was thinking the same. I need to.
right.
very
So you don't
important.
waste this monitor, you know, you have a screen that students can refer to. And, you know, I always love keeping instructions up while students are still doing something in the classroom. But, you know, the slides always give students ability to look back, you know, and I love it when I see students like looking at the wall or the,
Not getting lost because
Yeah.
they lose, like it's more, they feel more confident
right.
seeing it again and again, hearing it again.
Mm-hmm.
This is procedure before they
Perfect.
produce.
Okay. And then the last activity and then the reflection. All
I
right.
still have to come up with other activities comprehension, but you know, every day I'm just like adding something. This is like closing. This is, remember,
Yeah.
these post-it notes, each of them contain whether cause or effect or solution. The students will have the chance to read it, the content, decide where to take this post. So you can play, you can just like maybe pick up one, read it, and please feel free.
Right. Okay, so
to
burning
write.
fossil fuels. I think it is a cause. Yeah.
Cheers. Yes, I don't have the sound effects that you do, by the way,
Oh.
and I'm very curious. Can you show me the gadget? What is this gadget?
Oh wait, that's laughing. You want to see the gadget?
Yeah, I'm very curious. I watched one of your
No.
videos, and you had this side effect.
Oh, that Miro one.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, everything's.
and my favorite is like Super Mario one. Nostalgia.
Oh my God, you.
Yeah, I watched all your videos.
Oh my God. Do I have the Mario one on this? Hold on.
Yes, it's like for failure, but you don't use it. That's nostalgic. Yeah,
Could you hear that?
yeah, I did.
Wow. Okay. So I got this a long time ago. It's called a Stream Deck, if you can see that. And it has buttons. It's a little complicated. I don't know. Like I bought it at the beginning of the pandemic when everybody was recommending something like this. And it has a lot of cool functionality. Like it lets me, when I'm on a Zoom call, or this is what I'm doing, it can, no, wait, where's the Zoom? Sorry. There's so many. Okay, so on Zoom, I gotta focus. I can like turn off the mic, I can turn off my video, stuff like that. So there's just these little buttons. And this one, I think I just made it. And I made some, I just added the sounds randomly. The one I use all the time is the air horn.
Yeah. Positive feedback.
Yeah, and I don't know, just one of those. You can do this without like a device like this. You can, download a free app,
Yeah.
or there's websites that let you do a soundboard, so you just keep it
I was
on the side.
thinking,
And so yeah, I just was figuring out at the time during the pandemic which would be the best stuff. This hasn't been as useful as I thought it would be, but it adds some little fun things. This is always fun when students don't talk. And I'm like, hey guys, are you there? And then I've done like video phone call what's it called? Like role play. I'm like, catch up, hey, what's up? So that's
really fun. I love sound effects.
yeah. And I think like when students are like doing a good job, I'm just instead of clapping, it's just kind of funny, it just adds that element of like YouTube and all that. Yeah, so one of the things I think in Miro, always make sure that you lock stuff, especially if you're going to make this editable. So you did for most of it.
Yeah, but not all of them I'm gonna like double check, but because I'm still working on this
Right.
draft.
And yeah.
And one of like my plans after they finish up, okay, figuring out all these posts in according to them, I will double check their answers, and we will like try to check these answers, okay, together, of course. They agree in groups, and then we will add the color to each post in according to.
So I could just change this to red or something, you mean?
Yeah, if you're exactly, you just did that.
Right.
Bravo! I don't have the sound effects, like yay.
Wait, we have to do the call.
It's like they're like, it's like, it's confirmed. Yeah. It's like double check.
Yeah.
It's a very nice way. I really like color.
Yeah. And I like, you could change the fonts, like there's all sorts of cool fonts. You don't have all the cool fonts. I'm sorry. You got to get that pro version.
Oh, I'm not a pro.
You're not a pro. Okay, cool. So once they do that, and then the last thing is this.
It's reflection. The reflection, I really like this idea. Actually, I just like got this idea from a webinar from American Education. It's about climate. Bigger. So I'll split them into groups, and I want this assignment to be on Gather.town. So you will help me.
Okay.
And they will be in two groups. The first group, they will be writing a letter for themselves 10 years, in the past 10 years ago. So they'll be addressing themselves.
Did you steal this from me? No, just kidding.
No, I stole it from American Education. Did you have that?
Maybe I stole it from American Education.
They do have amazing ideas. Yeah. I'm getting these online budgets.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
They do provide, they're really inspiring.
So I think this activity is like really powerful, especially right now with the earthquake and everything.
Yes.
The one thing I've done though, like I've done the opposite. I had them write a letter as if they were in the future 10 years. And they're writing.
That's my second group.
Yeah.
You just read my mind. So the second room, they will be writing a letter for themselves in 10 years from now. So I just provided, structure.
Yeah.
Class. I wish I have like I did this, or I wish I've done that.
Mm-hmm.
They should be like I could be more aware, be more environmental. And for the second, it would be the structure. I am happy. I'm grateful.
Mm-hmm.
I did this. I did that.
Right.
I'm aware. Like,
I had my students during the pandemic. I got my idea from my sister, but it's obviously not a unique idea. But my sister just had me like do this for my students, and it was really amazing. Some of the students just wrote really positive things. Like they were like, "Hey, we graduated already from Chukarova universities. Now you're teaching for your 5th year, and your students like adore you. Blah blah blah. Keep doing the work." One of the students was like, "I can't believe I'm writing this. My teacher Bob made me do this." And he's like saying all these like sweet, nice things, and then at the end he says, "Mustafa, I love you, and I'm proud of you. Love, Mustafa." And I just, it was so powerful. This kid was like this like tough guy. This like,
and you made him speak up his emotions.
yeah, but he didn't share it. He just wrote it for me. Like the only person.
Okay, still.
Well, because the one thing was that I wanted them. So this was the lesson was, and we did this in Peace Corps when I was in Ethiopia too. Was they had to fold up that letter, put it in an envelope, and hide it, and then come back to it like in couple years when they needed it the most.
Time capsule.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, the whole idea is to walk away from your own reflections and then come back to it sometimes. Yeah, and so the whole idea was like, it would have been cool if they had like opened it on graduation day and just been like, "Oh, I made it," And some of those predictions, "Oh, I got it," and some of them, not yet, But it's a really cool self-reflection thing. So awesome job doing that, adding those things. And these are things that we need to teach teachers right now, especially during this earthquake and all of the disruptions in the world. Ugh. Okay. So now I'm going to show you Gather.town, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to learn how to maybe the 2 last assignments, the one to grab, drag, and put them in the right category,
Okay.
and the reflection part. Maybe 2 of them, maybe.
So come back to the shared screen because it doesn't matter. It looks the same anyways. I think the one thing, so instead of like having them ruin your thing, you could also just like copy all of this and make a new one. And you make a new Miro board so that when they edit it, they can destroy it, Okay, so what I was trying to explain is, okay, so we copied out the activity from your, presentation slides on Miro. And now, we've locked these things, right? And what you want to do before you share anything is click on settings, click on board, and go to set start view right there.
Can you make it bigger?
Oh, yeah, I can do something. Does that work?
Oh my.
Okay, so on the settings on this little cog wheel, the wheel, go to boards, go to start view.
Yes.
And it usually gets it right for you, but you want to make sure that it, fills the frame correctly. And this is when a student jumps in, they'll be able to see this instead of like, height. I just always fear that the student's like jumps in and he's like nowhere, it's like, I don't see anything, Mr. Bob. But, if you do that, you'll be able to go here. Okay, so I'm going to share this. And I'm going to choose not no access, but edit, right? Because this is going to be the activity students are going to do. We'll come back to that. Okay, so let's go back to Gather.town. And you will still have to watch my screen if you want to see the magic, right? Okay.
Yes.
So let's share the magic.
So now you are on back together.
I'm back to Gather.
And you're going back to our space.
Yeah. And now there's an infinite window. How do
You're driving me crazy.
I know, sorry. I have that effect. All right, I'm going to X out of this. Okay. And so
Okay.
now follow me to the left, the far left room. I haven't labeled it. I'll show you how to do that too. Let's go. Oh, there she is. You're back. Okay. Oh, it just disappeared. No, right click on my character.
That's what I did. So this brought you back. Double-
I don't know. No, you should be able to see something that says like follow. You can also do it on the participant list. So if you open the participant list and then you right click on somebody, you can do follow. So just click follow.
I'm sorry. It's really,
It's too much.
yeah, it's too much for me.
Anyways,
For one
follow
day.
me and then
Okay.
just
Don't go fast.
okay. Okay, I'm just doing one click at a time. Come on, come on. There's a door. We haven't labeled this door yet. I haven't labeled this door, but okay. Okay, so this is the breakout room.
I love this.
Okay.
This is what I need for my.
So this is the breakout room, and we have 5 different groups. So if the students walk into the carpeted areas, different colors, they can be in the group, okay? And I actually added this thing, which allows you to yell at everybody.
Oh, there's a speaker.
Yeah. So when you stand there, the students can't talk to you, but you can make an announcement like, "Hey guys, 5 minutes." Okay? I'm gonna. I always add this thing though. So now don't look at Gather. Look at my screen.
Wait, are you? Your screen is Zoom, right?
My screen is probably. Oh, my screen is not shared. Okay, let me share screen 1. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hear myself. Oh well. Oh.
I want to see you use the speaker. Give any instructions. Just use it. Show me how to use it.
Oh, so
Shouting at
go
the-
stand in the private room. So when you're in a
Okay.
private room, you can't hear anybody except for people in the private room, right? So go move your character. I guess you have to get out of the view.
Yeah, again.
Sorry. I don't know what that looks like. We should record that.
You have no idea.
I know. So yeah, it's great that you're the participant and that you are seeing what students would see and how complicated it could be. Anyways,
I'm in another space. There's waterfall here.
So I'm using the Gather app. So it might look a little bit different. I'm not on the browser itself. But it should be the same, just a web browser. Anyways, if I stand on here, I'm not going to be able to hear you. Actually, no, you're standing next to me.
Yeah.
But if you go into the private room, go in like the purple room, the purple chairs, purple chairs. Yeah. Okay, so that's a private space. Right now, your mic is muted for me, so I can't hear you guys yelling and screaming in the group, but you can hear me. So use this as an announcement. So you would say, "Hey students, 5 minutes, get to work, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you do this, make sure you do this." You can't hear your students from this view, okay? The only way you can listen to them, stay in the purple, is one, if you go walk into the thing. So, as a teacher, you can go check on your students and go into the private room, and then you can hear all the students,
Yeah, it's like monitoring, like real life monitoring, but you're like virtual checking on them. That's nice.
Well, so let me show you one cool thing. Let's leave this private thing.
Okay.
Meryem, come on.
Bob?
Get out.
Hear me?
Yeah, but we have to get out of this. Sorry.
Can
So
you,
yeah,
listen. Can you hear the waterfall sound?
I can hear something. What is that?
I think I am. I think I am on another space, and there is a waterfall.
Oh, you have your other thing open.
Space, like yes, exactly. This is
Too
why
many
I
browsers.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's gather as well. It's another gather space with a water fountain.
See, that's so powerful. You can like be on two gather spaces at the same time. Okay. So watch the screen recording screen thing right now. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this build tool. So down at the bottom right, as a creator, as the person that makes the Gather.town maps, if you click on this tool, it usually says something like edit in MapMaker. I'm gonna have to leave and go into my browser. Whoops, wrong. Here it is. Okay. So this is the editing thing. Okay. And it's a little difficult. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't say difficult.
I mean, it's a little challenging. Okay.
Affect my psychology for learning.
Let's just say that it requires some skill. So, you don't have to create all these rooms, right? There's so many templates for it. You can add new rooms. You have your list of rooms right here. I'm not using all of these. We're in the breakout room at the moment. So one thing I like to do is whenever I'm doing... Okay, so there's this thing called tile effect. Okay, there's objects that you can add. Okay, and then there's tile effects. So different tile effects are like impassable. So anything that's red is something students can't walk through. So this podium they can't walk through, the walls obviously. And usually all the boards are set up so that, all the boards are set up so that, students just don't walk into space. The green ones it's called spawning. It's kind of where students magically appear if they came into this room first. Then we have this blue one that's a portal. And when you create a portal, you can create a link to another room. So, this thing looks like a door, but it's not a door. It's basically this thing that magically teleports you to another room. And right now, this one goes back to the lobby. Okay. And then you see these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Is she there? Oh, okay. So these are the private areas. Okay. So right now there's 5 different private areas that have been created. Zooming in. You can see there's 5 different ones, right? So each group that stands in those, only the groups, the members in group 1 can hear each other, only the groups in 2, blah, 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 so on, right? What I want to do, what I always do, is very sneaky. I'm going to put 1 here, okay? I'm going to put a 2 here. I'm going to put a 3 here. I'm going to put a 4 here. And I'm going to put a 5 right here. So what lets you do as a teacher is that if you stand on these, the student, you can hear each group without having to walk into their space.
Space bigger.
Well, not to make it bigger, but like if as a teacher, you can monitor your students even better. So what I'm going to add is just like the text. I'm going to put 1. I'm going to keep the font 24. It doesn't matter. I'm going to create and select, and I have this little number 1 here. It's not like, I would say that it's not like the smartest tool possible, but it does the job. I'm going to put a 2 here. You have to keep doing this. Like you can't it just doesn't automatically let you start typing words. But this is one of the options you have for objects. Say 4. You can add colors and other things, but you'll figure it out. This is kind of complicated. I like doing this.
It is complicated.
Yeah, I'm going to press save. And then what happens when I save this is that if I walk onto these spaces, then I'm actually, so go to 1, okay? Go to that space 1. Okay, so even though we're not like next to each other, you have a secret monitoring space.
Oh, the only teacher that has this access, right?
Well, hopefully. I mean, other students, you can't block them from doing it. I mean, you might be able to put a wall. You might want to take off the numbers so that, they don't know.
see it, yeah.
But whenever you pop in, they know you're there. They know that you joined the group, right? Because the video will show up. So that's what I do when I'm doing this, when I'm monitoring students. So I don't have to like walk around. I can just like move from 1 to 2 and I say, hey guys, how's it going? Do you need any help? Blah, blah, blah. Go over to 2. Right. So you just popped right in. I'm working with my classmates right now, blah, blah, blah. And you can just kind of listen in, you can turn off your mic and your video and just sneak in. And they're like, hocam, what are you
Maybe
doing?
speaking Turkish.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
You caught them red-handed.
Right. But they'll know you enter. It's not like you can secretly monitor, And so you can use that, or you can just, sometimes I just walk into the spaces. Okay. So next thing I'm going to show you, I think the most important thing. Whoops. I'm going to go back to this. So the most important thing, let's say we want to add those little computers, right? And we wanted to add that Miro board. So we're going to go to objects over here.
Wait, where are you? Okay, so you're just on the chair, on the couch.
Oh, give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me share again. I think it always unshares my screen every time I leave.
No.
No?
I think I should. Now I can see your screen. Yeah.
Okay. And can you still see my screen now?
Yeah, because I was on Gather, now I'm back.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So I'm going to show you how to add the computer. I think that's like the real basic thing that everybody needs to learn. I think everything else is kind of just unnecessary. The most important thing is to add objects. And the object that I want to add today, we have to go to see all, is you can just type it. The thing is, like, some of these things are worded weird. I mean, you can try chair. Whoops, not char, but chair, right? All sorts of things. Some of them are organized. I don't think they're organized well. This kind of tool was made for nerds, by nerds, for nerds. So if you're not a nerd, get with the program. So I can choose this computer. I can choose a color. And then what I want to do is you can embed a video if you have a YouTube. You can embed the blah, blah, blah. I'm going to embed a website. Okay?
Kapatabilirsiniz. Evet. I'm sorry, Bob.
No, that's okay.
The security guy checking on me. I think I'm the last.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
He was surprised. Yeah.
Okay. So I chose the desktop computer, right? And then I made sure there's object interactions. For this one, because we're using Miro, I'm going to embed a website. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to choose the website to be this. And let's make the activation. So activation distance is how many spaces that they walk close to it in which they can press X. So because they're in groups and because I want everybody, I'm going to make it, I don't know. Let's make it 3. I think that's enough.
It's like the space, the tile.
Yeah. Right. And I'm going to put it right here. Okay. And I'm going to put it there. And I'm going to put it there. And I'm going to put it, so each group has their own computer, right? And you might, this is an option where you can do 5 different Miro boards. Each student works on a different thing, right?
Yeah, I have something like similar in my mind.
So if you wanted to do that, the difficulty is that you would just have to duplicate your Miro 5 times and just name it each group. I know a lot of teachers like, that's too much work, but No,
you would like to have the original version. So you use it and reuse it again.
Right. So you have your original, you duplicated it. Maybe you want to duplicate it 5 times. So group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. For this example, I'm just going to do 1, right? But every time you, sorry.
I have a question. When you
Yes.
say to duplicate it, you mean duplicate just that like task, that just like that board, the mini board, or the whole project,
No, just
the area,
Yeah. So
small board. Okay.
yeah, it says that I made a copy of this one. If you
Yeah.
go back, you can just keep making duplicates of that same Miro board. Maybe the next one is copy, I don't know, like group 2 or something. I don't know.
And you will have it outside on your, when you go home. It's gonna be like together with the other boards, right?
So let me find out. I always think about this thing as like the more power, comes with more responsibility. Classic Spider-Man. But if you really want to challenge your students and make them kind of work on these really interesting project-based things, you got to do the work. It doesn't come free, teachers. Sorry, guys. So let's go back to this computer, and the link is still there. Awesome. And the distance is there. I'm going to put this new link in for this one. Okay. Actually, first, sorry. I'm going to click on this thing. You can press V, and this lets you select things. So, no, not that. Bob. I'm going to move that out of the way. No. Sorry. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm watching here.
So I'm going to delete this computer. I just pressed the delete key on my keyboard. So boom, it disappeared. And you can move these objects around, Sometimes it's hard because this table is big. Okay, I'm going to go back to objects. I'm going to look at my computer again. I'm going to make sure that I have this new link. So I just pasted it in with the Control V. And I'm going to put this one here. Okay. And now I'm going to press save. You got to press save, otherwise nothing works. So I'm going to save it. It's going to update it right now for you. So if you look at your screen, right, you could see. So you can walk now? Sorry. Did she walk? Come on, Mary. Yeah, I see the monitors. Away from tab. Is she there? There you are. Okay. Hi. I can hear you. Did it explode?
It was like, this is why you lost my voice, because you were not near me.
Yeah. So you can press X now.
And that's my board.
Can you press X? Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
And so this one would be like group 2, right? Students can edit. So we can double check this if we move something. Uh-oh. That's a mistake. That's a mistake, Bob. Bob's a mistake. Hold on. Gotta edit that. So yeah, cool. Double check your stuff. The more power you have, bring to the back. Send to back. Okay, so now everything should work. Make sure you send it to the back. So many things. But with great power comes great responsibility. So we moved these things. And the really cool thing on Miro is if you have all 5 of the groups open, as a teacher, you can flip back and forth and see what the students are doing, And it's really cool in the classroom when you switch and the students are watching what they're doing. One on their screens, and then they look up and they're like, oh, that's ours, Especially when they're like doing cool things like PowerPoint presentations and things like that. Okay, go to group number 1 to the left, and then see that there's a difference. X. I'm going to walk.
I'm here, and it's X, and another board.
So this one, yeah, they didn't move those white pieces, right? So now we have like 2 different boards. and you can make 5 of these if you duplicate them. You know, you just have to duplicate them, and then I'm gonna share my screen again. Anytime you want to, whoops, no. If you want to change, see, this thing is annoying. You have to move the table. I'm sorry. You can just change this website right there. So it's not like too complicated. Once the computer is there, it's there. And as long as you move that stupid big table out of the way, you can edit the website. So you don't have to keep adding computers, right? If you use this room and the students get used to this room, great. They're always going to be able to use that. Right?
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that this is the end. Yeah, it's been like more than 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
So wow, too
Wow.
much information. I absolutely need to watch this again.
Okay. So,
Absolutely.
okay.
So
I'm going to
many
have to
things
edit
to
it.
learn. Yeah.
So I'll send it to you. I'll send you a link.
Yeah,
or something.
sure. Please.
I'll just put it on Google Drive. You can watch it unedited.
I'm gonna share it. I promised my staff, my department, like, you're so popular, by the way. I'm like talking about you all the time, and they're like, why we're not in this like training? I was like, no. It should not be that crowded. But I promise I can share the link. So
I don't mind. I mean, as long as
we
as
are
long-
12.
it's fine. I mean, as long as they're not all
15.
like, as long as they're not all like screaming at the same time. I mean, I like it when teachers are on watching and they can write in the chat, or they can raise their hand. But I think it's just like what we're doing right now with Zoom and Gather and Miro. It's too complicated,
Yeah, it was very complicated and only for 2 participants. So
but if it was participants watching, they would just see my screen the entire time. Like I wouldn't be interacting with you as much, because that's where it becomes difficult, right?
yeah, lucky me for today.
Yeah. So lucky me. So I got to record this. I'll send the video like as a link so you can rewatch it. I'm gonna edit it. So if you want to kind of wait on like sharing it with your people, unless they don't mind this whole jibber jabber.
No, take your time. But I need to watch this. Like, just send
Okay.
me the original version. I don't mind, like, because I need to start working on my lesson plan using that. But
So yeah, the biggest thing is this whole build tool and choosing the MapMaker. Play with it, like just break stuff, move things around, change colors of things, figure out which chairs you like best, figure out how to add like one of these little, spotlight areas and things like that. It'll all come. Okay, so I think that's it.
For taking the time for such a wonderful tutorial. It was really useful, and absolutely my students, and I love it. I can't wait to use all this.
Good.
Yeah. Sure, I'm gonna need some more
Glad
practice.
to hear.
Like, absolutely, practice makes perfect.
Yeah, just
I'm
try
gonna
to
start
simple.
with ready, like, prepared spaces, and then I'm gonna start building my own spaces. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I would even just start with, if you never use Miro with them, your screen is like really broken right now, but if you've never, if you haven't done just Miro with them, I would just start with Miro before you introduce Gather.town, and just kind of to get them used to this whole Miro. I'm going to give you one stupid thing that's an advice, is that they have to download the app.
Miro app.
Your students will the Miro app in order for them to edit things.
I think, I need to build my team on Miro. It's gonna be my students, my class. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, before you do any kind of assignment like this, maybe just have them open this Miro and write your name. I always like to get my students before like big activities. I gotta stop this. Can we go back to Zoom to end this meeting? Okay, thanks. I'm gonna close Gather. There's Zoom. All right, and I'm back. And Yeah.
Just a second. I'm gonna leave this resume.
And just get the nice view. All right.
There's echo. Lots of echo. Why?
I don't know. Stop video. Open video. Just says your name. Hopefully this all recorded correctly. I turned down your volumes. Might be an issue. Oh my gosh. It's always a problem. Okay, cool. I hope that I recorded that okay. Oh, that was so complicated.
It is complicated, which was completely worth it.
Okay.
It was really useful. Thank you very much, Bob.
You're welcome. And I would, I would appreciate it if you recorded your class that you do, just like set up your camera or something, just kind of like, give us an idea, because I would love to see what we've been working on, what you've been working on, and kind of see how you, put this together, how the students react. And then even just kind of your own reflections, like this was too complicated, but the students really like this part, Think about this as a teacher observation, like we're doing an observation.
Do you mean recording only the screen or recording the whole class, like an outside?
It's up to you. I mean, when I do something online, something I don't like to share my student's face sometimes. So like if you actually just recorded your screen with the microphone, I would be able to pick up the microphone, and when you stand in front of your computer, you would maybe get your face and everything like that. If you use Loom while you're doing this, don't do that. Anything you want, like, even if you just did some like camera shots of your class, like, just set up the camera so that, or your smartphone so that, I would just love to see how students interact for the first time, kind of giving other teachers like some inspiration to do new things and,
Sure.
Yeah, that's your assignment.
Okay, Bob. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm not gonna hold you longer. It's been like nearly 2 hours. So yeah.
This is how
it
was fun. Don't worry. I mean, I enjoy this, and it motivates me to keep recording and messing up on everything. But
yeah,
get it right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Here. Bye.
Bye. Have a great evening.
You too. Bye. Take care.
Bye.